Hello, I'm Christopher Holden, a 24-year firefighter veteran for the City of Madison Fire Department. I'm making this video in an effort to start a criminal investigation against the City of Madison that hopes to bring ethics investigation and conflict of interest charges against County Commissioner Steve Haraway, the former President of Madison City Council, the former Mayor Paul Finley, and the former local union president 4566 Stacey Haraway, and Vice President Charles Williams. I have filed multiple charges against the city. It started with Chief Cobb's statements of how many niggas does it take to treat a possum. On September 20th, 2007, Chief Cobb deliberately removed part of a police report in order to make me look guilty, as if I was the only person in the bay. This was reported to the mayor and the city council and human resources. There's no evidence of this on his records. In May of 2008, I contacted President Stacey Haraway and Vice President Charles Williams, and I asked for their assistance. A committee was formed, and my evidence was voted on, and it was a unanimous decision to pass it on to the district. Danny Todd. In January 2010, I had a meeting with former Mayor Paul Finley. I expressed to Paul Finley my concerns of Chief Cobb trying to set me up. I then scheduled a meeting with Chief Cobb, and I asked Daryl McMeans to accompany me in this meeting. Well, in this meeting, I asked Chief Cobb why was he trying to get me fired. Chief Cobb stated that Huntsville Police Chief Reyes had expressed to him that I was detained and let go for professional courtesy. And Chief Cobb stated that he then went over to Human Resources to try to get me fired. And that was after I had spoken with the mayor about him. City policies state that no action should be taken against an employee without his or her being notified. Now, on June 4th, 2010, I filed a police report with Huntsville Internal Affairs, and I expressed to them my concerns about Greg Hayden, Chief Cobb, and Altrice Holden in cahoots to try and get me fired from my job. On August 2011, the city claimed that one of their tractors and bush hogs was missing, and that I was the last one to have it. It had been 2 years since I used the tractor. I felt that was a setup and another attempt to try and get me to lose my job. On September 7, 2011, the EEOC ruled on my charges, and they ruled in my favor, and the city was fine. At that point, Chief Cobb should have received a Route 2 offense or fired. There's nothing to indicate that on his records. I contacted my union president, Stacey Haraway, and I asked if he could assist me in this matter, that the city had been fined and that I needed legal assistance from the union. And he stated that there's nothing I can do for you. On September 25th, 2013, I was asked to sign a new bank draft to have my union dues taken out of my check. I was asked by the new Vice President, Kenny Stillman, are you in or out? I explained to Kenny that I've never been out of the union and that my dues should have been coming out of my check. So I went over to finance and asked to speak with Roger Bellamy. After contacting Roger, I sat down in his office and I explained to him that I needed proof that I had been in the union and I needed to know when my payroll deductions had stopped. Roger Bellamy stated to me there was no way in hell you'll ever find this information out. Just as I explained to EEOC, I left in disbelief. I went back to the Vice President, Charles Williams, who I was told at that time had control of the charter, and the charter would show that I had been a member from the beginning of the union. For 2 years, the charter was held away from me, and I don't feel like it was lost. I feel like it was a deliberate attempt to keep me from getting any information to prove that I was in the union at that time. 2 police reports were filed against Dennis Reisner, my Alpha agent that had paid out dividends on my home to my ex-wife. And I reported this to the city of Madison on October 4th, 2010. I reported it again January 6, 2014. The city of Madison refused to investigate. Now, how can the city officials allow these actions to occur without taking any action or being held responsible for any of their inactions against me? At this point, I'm looking and hoping that I can get some legal assistance from somewhere outside of the city of Madison to help bring this matter to an abrupt close. Any information that you could give me to help me with this matter is definitely appreciated. Thank you.